Okay. Okay, you're like.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Nahil Forest Valley. I'm delighted to welcome you all to today's interview session. We have the honor of hosting a highly esteemed individual, Mr. Rasak. Mr. Razak hailing from Lagos, Nigeria. Mr. Razak is a visionary on a mission to connect everyone in the metaverse and create a space where endless possibilities can flourish. Without further ado, let's dive into Mr. Rasak's extraordinary life journey and gain insight into his remarkable achievement and inspiration. So welcome, Mr. Rasak. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing cool. I'm doing great. Yeah, how you doing?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. So, first of all, please introduce yourself for my viewers.
Okay, good everyone. I am Rasak Akorede from Lagos, Nigeria. Africa is actually another continent entirely. I'm actually I'm a Gen Z, right? But I do a lot of things in the tech space. I do 3D modeling. I'm an XR developer, and I've done a lot. I've achieved many things I feel I've achieved within my space, right? And I have over 3 years experience in developing world in solving world problem. Let me just put it like that. And also I'm an SDG activist, sustainable development activist. Yeah. Or let me just say I'm an XDG. I think it's cool, Sha. Yeah. Just let me say I'm an XDG activist. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you for your introduction. So, my first
Yeah.
question is that can you tell us more about your journey to connect everyone in the metaverse and build a space for endless possibilities? What inspired you to pursue this goal?
Okay, so I think it was in I think 2021.
Hmm.
Was it 2021? Yeah, 2021. So I felt everyone needs to tell the story. Everyone has a story to tell, right? So I'm a type of self-driven individual that's trying to create this type of global possibilities, to how will I put it? I'm a type of problem solver that's trying to, solve this type of problem for everyone. I feel everyone within the space has to do a lot, to achieve. We have many developers out there. We have many tech developers that are still trying to, understand the journey, what they're trying to do. We also have some climate change activists that I see online. They are still trying to achieve a lot, but the main thing within the gap is we've not really been able to see this platform. And I feel because we're in Africa, or let me just put it as Lagos, Nigeria, right? Because we are not really open to a lot of opportunities. We try dragging those opportunities we see. So my goal as a self-driven individual is to bring these guys on board. Now you're speaking with me from Pakistan, if I'm clearly right. So I'm also speaking from Lagos, right? So just with what
Yeah.
StreamYard has done, StreamYard has been able to connect the both of us together, which is a very, very big social global network, right? So the main thing is in my own space, in what I've developed so far, I've been able to develop something like a space where we can interact with each other. So I don't get to see your face, but I get to see your whole full body. We get to talk, we get to interact, we get to explore a lot of technology. So that's what we call the metaverse, which is another side, is another dimension entirely, because we have upcoming, and we have top components like Meta, Apple. Elon Musk is coming up with something very crazy, about that. So that's actually my goal of connecting over 1,000 people in a very, very small space, to connect, to just stay, right, to achieve just a single goal, instead of us using all these platforms that we get to see ourselves virtually, but a much more engaging platform when we get to interact. So that's just what I feel. Yeah, so that's it.
All right, that's great. Thank you for sharing. So now let's move on to next question. How have you been involved with climate organization to achieve sustainable development goals? Can you share any specific projects or initiatives you have worked on this area?
Yeah, the interesting part of it is I'm a climate change activist, right? From start, right from I think age 13, I've been doing a lot of things in the climate change ecosystem. Um, I've worked with a lot of organizations. I've worked with the United Nations. I've worked with SDG in Lagos. I've worked with a lot of top guys out there. We get to interact. We get to solve specific problems. My time in the United Nations, global collab to be specific. I get to highlight some top problems, and I got an award for that, which was the Global Change Maker in 2021. I was really passionate about my environment. What how will I put it? I was really passionate because I had this whole epiphany that me not solving this climate change problem, who else will solve it? Lagos, Nigeria is a very, very big it's a very, very big ecosystem where indiscriminate dumping of refuse is a very, very big problem. Even our government, they try not to pay attention into it. But as a young individual, I try to look for possible ways, right, to solve this problem. So I solved it in 2021, and I'm still solving it till now because I get to create something very creative. I got funds from the UN. Thank you very much to the UN Global Collab. So I got funds, and I got to launch this thing, and we're doing well within the space. And I see upcoming cats doing the same thing I'm trying to do, and it's very, very fantastic they're doing it right.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. So, could you elaborate on your experience in optimizing LinkedIn profile to build professional networks? What strategies or techniques do you employ to maximize the impact of a LinkedIn profile?
Okay, I joined LinkedIn in I think 20 I joined LinkedIn since 2020, funny enough, right? But I was not really, really active on LinkedIn. So after, the whole stuff, after leaving, secondary school, I felt, man, I can do better than this. 2021, I jumped back on LinkedIn, thanks to this guy, Stephen Loyal, like, he did well because, he kept telling us, okay, we can do this on LinkedIn, we can do that on LinkedIn. I felt really impactful because I was like, man, this guy is doing a lot out there, right? So I was like, how can I do this? How can I just make myself much more opportunity? How can I open myself to much more network on LinkedIn? And then I had just about, I think, 10 followers, and I had over 200 connections. It was kind of tough then, right? So I was just like, how can I just do this? Get to 1K followers within just few weeks. So I get to visit events from time to time. I get to meet people. I get to meet top guys in the tech ecosystem from United States, from Rwanda, and so on like that, right? So I get to speak with them. Our conversation. I take pictures, I take selfies with them, right? We're outside. So I get to post it on LinkedIn. But people were really, really interested in that kind of iconic moments because I'm meeting top tech guys, and I'm going to talk about it on LinkedIn. And thanks to TEDx Jibo, that was really what opened myself. I felt this is the right time to really be on this platform. So I met some guys at TEDx Jibo, and we get to take pictures together. I posted it on LinkedIn, and then I involved my audience, like, I have something coming up, you guys should watch out for my project because it's something really creative. So I get to speak with them, and it was really good because I just got to, I think, 3K followers, and I'm close to 4K just within this short month, and we're taking it off straight out of Africa. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Now let's move on to next question. As a Web3 enthusiast and founder, what are some of the projects or ventures you have been involved in? Can you highlight any notable achievements or milestones?
Yeah, I have some couples of projects, and I get to leak someone's with you. So, my first project, as a tech enthusiast, was, I think, in the 3D space. I got to work on a project with how would I put it? Okay, it was actually an SDG project. We get to create a type of ecosystem for climate change, right? A type of world where people get to pick up refuses. You get to dump, and then you get paid initially, right? You get paid immediately, I mean, and it's a very big solution, because we're getting the type of audience we want for people to test out our platform. And you know we created it, and it was a team, right? So we came second in Nigeria, for AR/VR hackathon. It was a global, it was just within Africa. I came second in Nigeria with my team, right? So that was my first project in the XR ecosystem, right? So moving along, I created another project for Eco Innovation Center, which was related to secure hack. We created a type of solution to solve the cyber security. We need to make everyone like everyone needs to get safe online. Come on, all right? So we created something like that, and it's kicked off, right? Many people were interested in it. We get some people to test our platform. Moving on along, I got to work on a global competition, which was the Moonshot Pirate, this 2023. And the interesting part of it is, we get top companies like Volkswagen, the guys that make golf, right? The golf car. So we got to we got to jump into their ecosystem. They were part of the partners. Asfinag also nominated our idea because they felt it's something really cool. So we're coming up with something with Asfinag, just with this little idea I have. We're getting to kick off the whole process, and it's something really interesting. And lastly, I have a project I'm coming up with Amazon, Jumia, and many other top e-commerce platform. I think that should be coming in few months or so. Yeah, in few months or so. But the whole thing is me creating a solution to really solve a global problem is what I'm really passionate about, and is what I've been looking forward to within just my space of learning, and trying to gather a lot of experience.
All right, thank you for sharing your experience.
Yeah.
So you desire to make a meaningful impact and reach ambitious goals such as becoming a billionaire. How do you envision achieving this goal, and how do they align with your mission to drive positive change and build a better future for all?
Sorry, I don't think I really understand the question. I don't know if you can just come over it again.
All right. You desire to make a meaningful impact and reach a BTS goal, such as becoming a billionaire. How do you envision achieving these goals, and how do they align with your mission to drive positive change and build a better future for all? Do you
Okay,
understand?
I think I get that. Yeah, I think I get that. Driving positive change. I felt I think in 2022, yeah, 2022, if I could remember clearly, there was a very, very big problem in Nigeria then. Where we get to, everyone was running around, everyone was running like thief. We were not really stable, right? We were like, okay, well, how can we really get ourselves safe? How can we really do this? How can we really do that? So driving that positive change, what I did was I came up with an app which was not which did later launch, right? So what I did within that time was, I think my Nigerian guys listening to me right now, there was this time the call of the 1 million boys, right? You guys should know about it. So the 1 million boys was a very big problem where everyone needs to run there. So, but what I felt was I could create something really positive within that space, and what I did was, you get to jump on an app with this type it was is a type of security app where you get to share your recent location. It didn't later launch due to the fact that I was not really understanding the process because I need some a lot of database. So I think within that I was able to share a type of positive change within my ecosystem. Even though I didn't launch the app, but at least I got about 2 to 3 people test it, and it was working kind of perfectly fine. I have some couples of projects that is really creating positive impact, but the main thing is I don't really want to share it out for now because of I need to be just taking down a lot of snippets. If you're part of, like, if you check my Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter I drag access there, but Instagram and LinkedIn, like, you see a lot of things like I'm coming up with, so you can just check, and you see the type of impact I'm trying to drive within the ecosystem.
All right, that's great. Do you have Facebook?
So what do you say?
Do you have Facebook?
Yeah, sure. I'm on Facebook. Yeah.
All right. After this interview, please send me your profile link.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to next question. Can you share some insight on your role as MUN Ambassador and how it has contributed to your personal and professional growth?
Hmm. Okay, so as a UN ambassador, so as I said earlier, I joined the UN in 2022. I mean 2021 stroke 2022. When I got to speak, well, I got to speak in one of the global events in Indian. I was invited by Xbook. Yeah, Xbook, Google Xbook. We get to speak about climate change. Then I was really, really focused on climate change. There's nothing you tell me about climate change, I get to argue with you. So they saw the impact, they saw the type of energy I was trying to put into it. So someone just called me and were like, let's try and fix you up for an event. Let people hear about what you have to say about climate change. So I got to jump on the call in Indian, virtually, and we get to speak some things. The video was uploaded on YouTube for sure, right? The video was uploaded on YouTube, and everyone watched across the globe, listening to what I was trying to say, right? So I think from there, they were really interested in what I was doing and what I was about to do within the ecosystem. So they called me and they're like, okay, let's jump on this with you. Let's just make you an ambassador, and let's see what you can do better than that, right? So that was I posted it on my profile. I'm a global citizen, right? I solve a very, very big problem within the ecosystem, and it is a very, very big achievement for me. Yeah.
All right, that's great. So now let's move on to next question. What excites you the most about the advancement in AR, VR technologies? Do you have any specific ideas or projects related to this field that you are currently working on?
Yes, what really inspired me was, in 2022 when Buju dropped an NFT, right? So I knew about the whole VRs, and thanks to AR VR Africa, they're doing something really amazing. Bringing in a very, very big passionate community member like me. I'm doing a lot with them soon. So the main thing is, in 2022, Ed by Benson dropped. Big shout out to Buju for that. So I was really interested in that type of NFT because I felt Buju was trying to connect his fans, just outside what social media was giving. And Meta too was trying to do something like that. And that was why they introduced their virtual reality headset, right? Big shout out to Snap, to Lens Studio, creating a type of augmented reality experience for, different individuals. If you use Snapchat very well, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, so Buju was out there, and he created this type of NFT, and then I felt, okay, Buju doing something like this is really creative because he's trying to create this type of endless possibility movement to connect his fans just outside what social media was giving. It's like being part of his story. So I felt really amazing. I felt really amazed because this is a very, very big task within the ecosystem. So I felt, okay, would you just doing this thing? Who else would like something like this? So I I just that was what really brought me into the VR ecosystem, even though I knew about VR about 3 to 4 years ago. So that was really what really touched me. Like, and then I was like, okay, it seems this virtual reality thing is what I can do. Extended reality thing is really what I can do. So let me just jump on it and see how far I can go with it. And trust me, I'm part of S by Benson team. Big shout out to Float. Yeah, Float. I'm part of the Float team that created the S by Benson, and we are doing well within the ecosystem. Big shout out to GC, by the way. Yeah.
All right. So my next question is that being a future SSA to the governor on INT, what are some of the key responsibilities and initiatives you plan to undertake in this role?
Whoa, you actually checked it. All right, it's fine. So being a future senior special advisor to the governor on innovation and tech, that's actually the full meaning. So Mr. Tubosum Alake is really, really a very big inspiration to me, right? And I wish I get this video to him. So it's a very, he really inspired me a lot with what he's doing within the tech ecosystem. He's really driving innovation in a very, very big full force, right? He's really doing a lot, and something I'm really, so I felt him doing something like this. Then I'm also a social innovator. I'm also trying to do a lot within Lagos State and outside Lagos State. So I felt, how can I do this better? So it's better I jump on being a future, senior special advisor to the governor on innovation and tech. Or I don't know if a new role will come in Nigeria. So maybe I could just be the Minister of Innovation and Tech, right? Because I feel it is a very, very big role, and it is a type of role that really explains why innovation is needed in Africa and in Lagos State as a, or in Nigeria. Let me just put it like that, as a whole. But being special advisor to the governor on innovation and tech, will be a very, very big achievement, because it's not just a very, it's not a play role. Like, you get to put in much more idea and see how the state or the country can really grow fast. Yeah, Africa is on the global map. Nigeria is on the global map. We have our artists, our musicians doing well. When people are vibing to Ashake, when people are vibing, let people also vibe to our innovation. So that's the goal.
Mashallah, that's great. So, can you tell us more about Virtual IX and its objective? What impact do you hope to achieve through his platform?
Okay, the Virtual Hex. Yeah, so Virtual Hex is one of my upcoming projects with Osanuga Steven. So we get to create a type of I'm trying to see if I can get something. So okay, we're trying to create a type of um model. We're trying to create a type of very, very big yeah, we're trying to create a type of 3D model, twin, how will I put it? A twin, uh should I say a twin representative or what? Okay, but it's a type of project. Batrax is an e-commerce project that enables user to view their product in 3D view, right? If you really order something on Amazon, very well, Amazon just bore you with PNGs, they bore you with a lot of JPEGs. But I felt you need to see your product in 3D view. You need to view your product, right? You need the energy in your product, right? I can't just be ordering a type of shirt like this on Amazon and you just be showing me JPEG, but I need 3D view of it. I need to see what I'm really ordering, if it is not what I ordered versus what I got. So VirtualX is a platform that enables user to view their product in another view, in a 3D view, to engage this type of 3D experience, and let me just put an augmented reality experience for different users, to so it's just a virtual try on experience. Let me put it like that. I think people understand that way. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay, thank you so much for explaining. And thank you so
Yeah.
much, Mr. Rasak, for sharing your incredible journey and insight with us today. Your dedication to building a sustainable future and driving positive change is truly inspiring. We appreciate your valuable time and the knowledge you have imparted. Your passion for connecting individuals in the metaverse and creating a better future for all is commendable. We wish you continued success in all your endeavors. Once again, thank you so much for being a team guest. It has been an honor to have you here, and we look forward to witnessing your future achievements. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate, it's a very, very big opportunity, you interviewing me all the way from Pakistan. Big shout out to you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Have a wonderful day
Yeah.
ahead.